8 simple steps to make email sequences. Okay, you want to make email sequences, but you really kind of need a process to go through. You can't just go make one if you've never done it before. So what I'm going to do in this video, and you're going to love this, is I'm going to walk you through the 8 simple steps that you need to make a profitable email sequence. I'm going to be doing all this in Kartra, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a big button down there. Click that big button that says subscribe, and don't forget, click the bell right next to it. What that does is that will actually allow you to turn on all notifications. You want to pick the one that says turn on all notifications. You'll become part of the family, the VIP family, the Fisher family. And what I'll do is I will notify you every single time I upload a new video, so you don't miss a single one. I'll also notify you if I go live, so we can actually chat online, which is pretty cool. Now, I've also put a bonus at the end of this video. It's a $97 e-commerce course. Go down in the description, click that link. No credit card required. It's absolutely free. You just click and learn. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Now let's talk about these email sequences and the 8 simple steps that you need to take to build really successful ones. Okay, I've been selling online since 2009, and I knew nothing about sending emails in the beginning, and we've learned over the years, and now we have a whole bunch, probably, you know, in the hundreds of different emails that go out on a regular basis, and they sell products for me night and day, day and night, and they're all set up and they're all automated, which is pretty cool. So I want to show you in this video exactly how I did that. Now, we've sold millions of dollars of products online, digital products and physical products. I have my products listed on thousands of locations on the internet, and including Walmart. So we sell at a lot of different places. We've learned a lot, and this channel basically is just set up to help you, start, run, and grow your online business, no matter what stage you're at. So let's jump into these email sequences now. Let's go over to Kartra real quick, and I want to show you some things in Kartra that are pretty cool. Okay, I'm at Kartra right now, and the first thing I want to do is I want to go over to my communications right here, and let's look at building out an actual sequence. Now, the way we're going to do that here is I'm going to click on communications, and I'm going to click on sequences right here. Okay, you see that? Now you can see all the different sequences I have in here. Okay, a whole bunch of different ones for different things. I can click this and show you more. I mean, there's tons of them. There's a lot in here. Okay, lots and lots and lots of them. But what we want to do is we want to build one that is basic to start with. Okay, now what you have to do before you do this is you've got to set up tags within your software. So you may say somebody who opted in for a particular download, you may want to send that sequence to. So we'll assume that somebody actually opted in to get a free download, and we're going to start a sequence based on that. So on all the pages, no matter what page you're on, whether you're on pages here or forums or memberships, you're always going to have this big green button here, and that's going to help you start one of these things, whatever you're in. So I'm in sequences, so if I click plus sequence here, it's going to help me start a sequence. So I'm going to put in here test sequence. Okay, public description. Now this is something that people are going to actually see, so keep that in mind when you're putting that in here, because they know that when they click on this and they subscribe or unsubscribe, this is actually something they're going to see. Now for this purpose, I'm just going to put test sequence again. Okay, and I'm going to click create. So now I'm actually in the builder at this point. So the builder is going to ask me in the beginning, well, who do you want to send this to? What is your starting rule? So right here, I'm going to say, I want to pick people. Now you can do an opt-in form, tag, list, order, page visit, sequence, automation. I'm going to pick something pretty simple. I'm just going to say anybody who has a tag. Okay, so I'm going to pick a category here. And I'm going to say, let's say I'm going to pick the one that is, I'll put Survivalcave Food, SCF here. That's our survival food company. And then I'm going to pick a tag, and it looks at all your tags here, okay? So let's say I wanted the sequence to go out to everybody. I could just pick any tag here, okay? Now I have one in here, Concealed Coalition, people who bought this 14-ounce case, people who bought this tool right here, people who bought this 360. But I'm gonna say, let's pick the one with the 5-can buyer. Let's say I want to sell to people a case of meat, and that's the sequence I'm doing, and I want to pick people who've already bought a sample from me because I think that's going to be a good group of people to do this with. Okay, so I'm going to click add, and once I've clicked add here, you see it has this tag down here now. Now I can click save and move forward at this point. Over on the left here, I'm saying, okay, so I started the sequence. What do I want to do with them? Now I'm going to do an email sequence. So I'm going to pick an email and put it over here. Alrighty. So when do I want this email to go out? Well, do I want it to wait a couple days? Do I want it to wait to a specific date? I'm going to say right after the previous step. Okay, so as soon as they do whatever they did, like bought that sample 5 cans, I'm going to click this one. Now right here you can pick the times of day you want it to go out and the days. So it can be every single day of the week if you want. You can say I don't want to send stuff on Sunday, I don't want to bother people, so we're going to unclick Sunday. You can pick any time of day, or you can say, well, I want it to go out during certain hours here. So I'm going to say, since this is the first email and they just did something, they're probably still awake, so I'm going to say right after they did that particular thing, which is buy those samples. So I'm going to click next. Okay, and I'm going to enter the name of the broadcast. Now I have all kinds of different broadcasts in here. I'm going to say case sale, okay, from sample. All right, and I'm going to click next. Now gateway, what this means is this is the email that they're going to see where it came from. So I'm going to leave it at this email that's in here right now, and then I'm going to move on. But you can change this email to whatever you want. I'm going to click next. Recipients, okay? Now, I've already really selected what I want done here, so I'm just going to say hashtag, or I'll just say anyone reaching this step, okay? So I'm done there, so I can just go ahead and click add. All right? So anyone reaching the step, and you got to click this next button up here each time. Now, do I want to send a single email, or do I want to send an A/B split test? If I click A/B split test, what it's going to do is I can have, let's say, a different headline, different subject line, different email entirely, whatever I want to do. But I'm going to say a single email to keep this simple, and I'm going to click next. And then I'm going to put in here. So I'm going to put in here, this is test email, and then I'm going to put, this is my test. And I'm not going to actually write an email, I just want to show you how to do that. Writing emails is a whole nother video, but this is the email here. And now I could actually click here and send a test email, so I can actually see that and put it in my email if I want to check it. And it's a good idea to do that before you actually send that out to your list. But I'm not going to do it for this case here because it is just test. I'm going to click next, okay? And so I'm good there, so I can go ahead and create. Now what this did was create that email. It is inactive at this point, okay? And what I would do to make it active is to click right here and click activate, okay? So now that email is activated, but it's still not going to go out until I connect it, so I need to click here and connect it with that. Okay, so this is the first email that's going to go out that day. Now let's say I want to send another email the next day, so I'm going to go over here and grab another one, put it right here. And when do I want to do it? I'm going to say I want to wait a number of days, and let's say I want to wait, I'm going to put in hours right here. I'm going to say I want to send this 23 hours later, okay? So I can do that. Or, if I want to make it exact, let me take this off here, I'll put 0 there, and I'll just put 1 day later. That way it'll go out the next day at the same time as the other one, okay? And I can click next. Okay, once again, it gives me these choices of what days of the week. I'm going to say I don't want to send it on Sundays, any time of day, because I'm actually sending this at the same time as the other one. Now if you find that you get better open rates at 10 in the morning or 1 in the afternoon or whatever, you're going to want to do that. But for the purpose of this sample here, I'm just going to assume it's going to go out at the same time of day. I'm going to click next. Communication, I'm going to say second day, because remember we sent the first email out automatically, so this is second day meat case. Okay, we want to sell them a case of meat, and I'm going to click next right here. Once again, you got to select the email it's going to come from. I'm just going to leave that defaulted there, and send if, okay, they do not have a tag. Now what am I doing here? I'm going to put in if they have not bought what I'm already selling. Okay, so I'm going to go with the Survivalcave food here, and I'm going to select a tag, and I'm going to say here if they haven't bought, let me find what I want here. Okay, I'm going to put in here mixed case buyer. I'm going to assume I'm selling this mixed case, so I'm going to say if they don't have this tag, I want to send an email. Now why would I do that? Because if they already bought it on the first email, I don't want to continually hit them with the same email over and over again if they already bought. Okay, so I'm going to click add, and I'm gonna this is up to you on the GDPR. You can click that or not click it. Okay, that will segregate some of this for you, and I can add another tag in here if I wanted to. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to stick with that one. I'm going to say single email, and I'm going to click next, and then I'm going to put in here, this is a test case, I'll say case of meat, that's what we're selling them, and you would put your body down here, whatever your body of your email is. Now the cool thing is you can take these text here, you can put links in here, so I could say click here to buy, okay, and I could actually highlight that and put a link in here, and I'll just put Google in here for right now. Okay, but what I would do is obviously put the link to whatever my sales page is, and they could click it and they would actually go to it, which is pretty cool. And then I write my body in here. So don't forget to send a test email before you set this up. Click next, and we're done. And we've created that day 2 email. And I'm going to move this over here. Now if your parameters in this email are going to be the same each time, in other words, if they bought that case, you don't want to send it to them again, what I would suggest you do, let me go ahead and activate this first. It's activated now. I'm going to go ahead and connect it, so they're going to get an email the first day and then the second day. So let's say you want to do this over a period of 5 days. All right, so to make this easier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this because it's going to be the same parameters, and then I can just change the email. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll clone it. Okay, there's the cloned email right there, and I could just go into this email now. Let me get it up here a little bit. You got to play around with that a little bit. I could just go into this email right now, click edit, and what you do is you're going to have a different looking screen here. Okay, so if you want to edit the content of the email, you come over here to this little pencil, and you would go ahead and you see it is duplicated, but I would change it to what I wanted on that 3rd day. Okay, whatever that offer is. And you don't want all these emails to say the same exact thing. Start the email off a little differently. You can have the same offer in there, but make sure there's a few differences in there. I would have a little bit of differences on the headline in here. Maybe you can say only 72 hours left. You could put some urgency in here, and then I would click edit right here, and then that one is fixed and ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and close this here, and you want to change the name of this. So this says 2nd day. This would actually be 3rd day, right? Because this is our 3rd email we're sending now. So let's do that. Edit. And we got that done. We'll go ahead and close this. We'll go ahead and activate this. And we'll go ahead and connect these two. Don't forget to do that. So now what do we got? We started this sequence. As soon as they bought the sample, we offered them a case, and then a day later we offered them the case again, but we segregated out the people who've already bought the case. We don't send it to them. And then day 3, you can see here, we did it again. Now you can run this 3, 4, 5 days, whatever you want, but that's all you got to do to build your sequence in Kartra. It's quite simple to do. Like I said, you can build it on automations, you can build it on tags if they bought, if they didn't buy, whatever you want to do in Kartra, and it's pretty darn simple. Now you can do done and exit right here, which is what I'm going to do, but so that I don't mess stuff up, I want to get rid of the sequence, so I'm going to X out of it immediately. Okay, now one thing I will tell you is this is going to be based on what happens after you build the sequence. So it's not going to go back and grab everybody that has that tag and start sending stuff out to them. It's only going to grab the people who just get that tag. Okay, if you wanted to send it out to everybody, you would obviously want to do a broadcast, because then you could just select those people. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this here. Okay, so it's really pretty simple to build these sequences in Kartra once you know it. I'll tell you, I had a hard time in the beginning myself because I got to kind of wrap my brain around it about what I'm doing here, but once I do that, then I've got it. And you know, it makes it so easy because now every time somebody gets that tag, they're going to get that sequence of emails. It's going to pull out the people who buy, it's going to keep sending emails to the people who didn't buy, and guess what, I can automatically make money that way while I sleep, you know, while I'm having dinner, while I'm out watching a movie or whatever it is. My business is sending out these sequence emails. If your business isn't doing this, if you don't have these sequences, guys, you're going to get left in the dust. You just are. It's so very important, and you know, it's available to you. Why wouldn't you do it? Now I hope you enjoyed this email. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up down there, hit that big subscribe button, and turn on your bell notifications. Smash that bell. You're going to hear that noise, and then you click turn on all notifications. Also, I have a $97 e-commerce course that is in the description. Okay, I did get that out right. I did. Good. Okay, so click on that link, and you don't need a credit card. You can go there, you can watch a video for free, and it'll teach you stuff. That's pretty cool, right? Don't forget also, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. And if you have an idea for a video, put it in the description below. As a matter of fact, put whatever comments you have in the description below. What did you like? What did you not like? I want to hear your questions. I want to hear what you're having trouble with, and I want to help you out. Don't forget to do that in the comments below. Give me your comments. I would really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.